This is the scary bit now. Up early this morning, making my usual morning coffee, but it's just gone 6:30. Reason is it's lifting day. Taking Shaddy out of the water today. It's always a very nervous experience, nerve-wracking experience, watching your boat fly through the air in the end of a crane. But that's what we're doing. So got to get organised. Yeah, it can be a long day today.
I've heard a story, I've heard it said, I've come to believe.
That's the first time she's been at sea without me on it.
Sometimes you win it, sometimes you lose it, sometimes it calls you right in the mood. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger, easy my head, bringing me fire, bringing me water, taking me high, taking me down. Give me your pretty, give me your messy, give me your happy, give me your sad. I may be staying, I may be going, I may be left, I may fall apart. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger, easy my head, bringing me fire, bringing me water, taking me high, taking me down. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger, easy my head, bringing me fire, bringing me water, taking me high, taking me down.
So this is the nervous bit. This is the scary bit now. Moving it. Oh, she's a dirty boat. You can see all kinds of stuff. We got the slushy stuff up here. Hopefully you'll get that off with the jet wash. And then we got barnacles. Quite a lot of barnacles. But they should come off. I took off a lot of barnacles yesterday by using scuba. So he could get his straps on there without damaging them. It's actually coming off better than I thought. That's good. Less work for me. backing her into a new home. Well, home for a while anyway. This is the bit now where he takes the weight off the strops and it's transferred to where the keel is and the supports. It's a scary moment. The guys have got me a ladder. I'm almost in business. There she goes. It's nice that the noise is finally gone. But this was just the beginning. I had a lot of work ahead of me. But before I started, I had time to admire my surroundings, which were lush rainforests, very beautiful. But then my old enemy, the bad weather, returned. Rain. So I had days which were just rain days and I couldn't work. I just sat around twiddling my thumbs, waiting for the good weather to come back. But then one morning, something extraordinary. I was woken by a strange, eerie sound coming from the jungle. Turned out to be groups of howler monkeys calling out to each other. That was enough monkeying around. It was time to get back to work. Quick inspection, she's not too bad. This is actually the worst area, just at the stern. It was hard to get to by snorkel and I'd run out of air on my tanks, but these barnacles actually mostly coming off by nail. I'll get those all off. Then on the rudder, I had this like a coral growth and it's been there for about a year. It sort of took hold and I never managed to get it off, and I didn't want to chip on it too hard because of course that's hollow. It's steel, it's hollow, it's got epoxy coating, so you got to be careful everywhere I chip and work on to get this stuff off. So that's a bit bad, but it's only a small area. Other little jobs under the boat are things like this. This is the log, or it tells the speed through the water. It's supposed to revolve like that. That's got lots of coral growth on it, so I need to get that going properly. With a steel boat like Shadow, I've got to deal with electrolytic action in the water. Technically, it's lots of electric flying around which can degrade the boat. These are sacrificial anodes. They degrade first before the boat does it. They fizz away. They're designed to do that. These have still got some wear left in them. I got 4 under the boat. This is one of the second pair on the back. Couple on the rudder. And 2 on the propeller shaft. That one's okay. I put that on a year and a half ago. That last time the boat was out of the water, in fact. And this one is original when I bought the boat. That's just about had its day, I think. But we can change these underwater. So I'll leave that as it is for the moment. Had to clean up. I got a bit of problem there, but I'll sort that. I clean up the propeller. A lot of coral on there. A lot of growth. Getting the coral out between the rudder and the boat was quite difficult. I had crabs living there at one time. The top and bottom of the rudder have suffered from coral growth, and when I was getting it off, it's pulled off some of the covering. Though she's steel, Shadow's covered with, I don't know the exact thickness, but several layers of epoxy to protect the steel from the salt water, obviously. There are places like this where it's starting to come off, or it's cracking and coming off. I've done a repair there once before, but I didn't use particularly good fiberglass resin and it's come off. I'm going to do that again. And it's the same with the top of the rudder. You can see there's a line where this coral growth has come up and it's taken over basically, and if I try and chip the rest of that off, it's just going to peel all the covering off the rudder. I've treated and covered up the bare metal that was showing.
I'm sealing it up with what I have to hand because I can't get the proper materials here. Got baby Shaddy hanging off the side here. I don't know what to do with her at the moment. She's at that angle so the water will dribble out of her. It's been raining quite heavily. What I have finished is the top sides, or at least the sides of the boat here. They were all yellow, rust streaked. I've used a mild acid solution on there, on scrub, and then wash straight off with water. And she's beginning to look a bit spick and spanness. We're getting there. You can probably see the boot line up there, the green line. I'm actually going to go above that this time. The anti-fouling used to go to there. I'm actually going to go over the top of that, rough it up a bit, run the anti-fouling right to the top, because all that does is just get green and slime and barnacles on it. So we're going to anti-foul right to the top and not actually have a stripe or anything on the water line, because it just gets fouled up. And I think she'll look fine without it. You can see the original line came to a point by the hydrovane rudder, but most of this would all end up being foul because it spends a lot of time in the water. So I actually had the anti-fouling coming in a line like that, and I'll probably do that again this time. So lots to do, so let's talk. I better get at it if it's ever going to get finished. But it wasn't just all work. There was time for some play. One night we all got together, Cruisers and myself, and a few friends, and we all went to a restaurant and went on to a party afterwards. A few faces there you might recognise as James. I was going to say goodbye to him actually. He was off on another direction after this. Ran and a few more. And then it was party time. Being a musician myself, I love live music, and I always carry my harmonicas with me, so it wasn't long before I wanted to join in. They were playing reggae, so I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work out, but they invited me to play. What follows is a short excerpt, because most of the songs I sang were copyrighted and I can't put them on YouTube. Enjoy.
Thank you. They didn't know what I was playing, so I just had to, I just sort of fake it.